Hello, beautiful people. It's the girl Jine, and it's Jine's signature. So I welcome you all to my tutorial for today. So we're going to be making this cute, little, beautiful princess. I don't know how to say it. It has big bows, as you can see. This is very, very beautiful. The little princess I made this for was so happy. If you see the way she was shaking her clothes. It's made for a 4-year-old girl. So if this is what you're interested in, yeah, please sit back, relax, and let's go over to the. So it's not only going to be adults. We're going to be giving young children too. So now I'll just go ahead and draft out my basic piece on the paper first. So I'm getting the length of the gown like so. The length is 23 inches. And so the next thing to do is to divide the shoulder into two, and then just do your armhole, come down by 5 inches, slope the shoulder by half an inch, and then you do it like so. Then you get the chest line. So for the neck width, I made use of 2.5. So I'll get the half length I'll impute it like that. The half length is 8 inches. So on the half length I did a chest measurement, and then on the chest area I equally did the chest measurement also. So I added my sewing allowances, and then I did my armhole curve. And so at the length of the gown, I'll just impute equally the chest measurements and add some sewing allowances, and then draw a straight line to that effect. So I'll just go ahead and cut this out straight away. So when you see that one on the thumbnail, that one looked like it's an off shoulder, but my client's mother, my little princess's mother, did not want it to be off shoulder because she's too small to be wearing off shoulder. You understand what I mean? So she said I should just do it with sleeves. So that's why. So if you want to make yours with for an off shoulder, as in to be an off shoulder, just go ahead and do the all off shoulder impute things, and then you're good to go. So it's pretty much going to come out the same way. So now the next thing for us is to do that side where the gathers are going to be by the side. So for that, I will use my half length, and then from the half length, I'll come down by about 1 inch or 2 inches. So this is entirely dependent on how you want it to be. But I think from the half length, you just come down by 1 inch is better. And then at this lower part, just come in by about 6 inches. And then you use your curved ruler like that to curve it to meet the other side like so. When making for an adult, is exactly the same thing you're going to be doing as well. So we have done this, and then I'll go ahead and cut this out. So for an adult, the only difference will be that you're going to be putting some darts and all that, but for a little baby you don't need all that. So this is what we have. So if you want to do this first method of slash and spread, you go ahead and then you mark your cutout paper like this, and then you cut it open. You cut it open the way I want to do it now. You just cut it open. When cutting it, don't cut it all the way to the upper part. Just leave about half an inch at the upper part, and then you cut like that. And then when you want to cut out on your fabric, you spread it as much as you want. But I'm not going to be doing that. You can do that if you're a beginner. Please don't do this method I want to do, because you're going to be crying. So the method I want to do is that let me just go ahead and cut out my back piece first on my fabric. I'll just add my zipper allowance, and then I'll cut out exactly what I have here. And then for the neck depth for the back, I'll be using 1 inch. So just add your zipper allowance, and then go ahead and cut out exactly. So leave about half an inch at the lower part, and then you add half an inch at this side where you cut out your fabric, and then you cut out exactly. So remember, for the back neck depth, I used 1 inch. And then you cut it out. On the shoulder, add half an inch for seam allowance or joining allowance on the shoulder. And then notch your zipper. So I'll go ahead and open up my zipper allowance like so. So that's the back piece, as you can see now. So this is our back piece. So I'll go ahead and fold my fabric again, and then cut out the front piece. So go ahead and then cut it out. So just cut out exactly what you have here. Just add half an inch at the lower part, half an inch at the sides where we'll be joining it, and then on the shoulder as well. So I've gone ahead to cut it out, and this is what we have. So discard my paper, and this is what we have. So I'll go ahead and cut out the lining and turn all this out and join it, and I'll be back. So after doing that, this is what we have. So you can see how it's looking odd. So let me just quickly open up this zipper area for you to see. So you can see the way it is, as if it's writing letter M. So what I'm going to be doing now is to go ahead and measure all the way around from one point to the other. I think I had about 16 or 17 inches if I remember clearly. So instead of me cutting out exactly that 16, I'll be cutting out about double or double and half of each. You understand what I mean? And then for the length, I'm just going to be using the length. I'll measure the length that was written there, the inches, so that I'll know what to cut out. So I'll go ahead and cut it out and gather it on that area. So you can see that I've gone ahead to gather it. You can see it. So all you just need to do is run your gathers machine and then run it. If you want to leave it like this, it's not as if it's not good though. You understand? You can leave it like this. It's also a style. I've been seeing it, yeah. But for the little girl and for what was on the thumbnail, I'm going to be trimming this out. You know why I use this method? Why I use this method is that I want it to be very full, as in the gathers, because if I do slash and spread, it will give me that, but it will not be as full as I want it to be. So I decided to go for this method. So I'll just keep trimming. This thing is not easy. It will take your time. That's why I said, if you're a beginner, please just kindly adhere to that slash and spread method. But if you're an advanced person, like you know what you're doing, you are already advanced in whatever, you can go ahead and use this method, because this method really came out looking full and very, very beautiful. So I'll just go ahead and keep trimming. So after trimming all this, you'll be wondering that how will this person sew the hem of this dress? Well, I didn't sew the hem. All I did was I took it to my weaving machine, use an overlocking machine, and then overlock all the edges like that, and you're good to go. So you can see that I'm still trimming. So you just keep trimming until you get that desired look that you want. That's why I told you that it's going to be involving a whole lot of work, but at the end of the day, the result is what matters. The result is what matters. So just go ahead and keep trimming until you get your desired look. So you can see the way that we're already almost through with our trimming, but by the time you raise it up and flip it again, you see that there are still some places that are longer than some places. That's just the problem with this kind of method. So that's why I said, if you're not patient, you cannot do this. So I've gone ahead to do it off camera, because I can't keep doing that off camera. So yeah, before I came back to the camera, I had to cut the length, because when my client came for the first fitting, it was too long. So we decided to cut it at the half length and then joined it at the half length. You know, before it was not joined. So I cut it out there and then removed some inches and then joined it back. And it came out looking better anyways like that. So if you want to do yours, do your half length and then do the lower part separate. So now for the bow, I've gone ahead to do that big bow. So I'm going to be showing you how I'm going to be doing the other bows that are on the sides. So for the one on the side, just cut out your length, and then you sew it and turn it all the way around. You can see that it's in form of a square. Is this square? Four corner. So you just cut out a piece of your cloth. Now for this cloth, this is just for illustrative purpose, but the way you're supposed to do it actually is to turn it out, sew it so that it will be very neat, and then you turn it out as if you're sewing a band. You turn it out, then that's what you're going to be using. You can use your needle and thread to tack it, and then you tack it in the middle like this, and it's going to be giving you something like this. It's very, very easy. So you're going to use your needle and thread to attach it to the gown like this. So just go ahead and attach it. So I'll show you the second one like this. So just press it in the middle. Just press it and let it have that bow-like look. You understand what I mean by bow-like look? So just arrange it properly, and then you use your piece of fabric like this. But like I said, you can just cut out a small bow, a small band like that, and then use it to attach it. It's more neater that way. So but this one I was just trying to be fast, that's why I'm doing it like this. So just go ahead and then you see it, just tie it at the back again. So just tie it and then cut out the excess. And then arrange it properly, and then this is what we have. So you can see how beautiful it is. You just come here and then you use your thread and needle to attach it to this. And then the one around the neck area too, that one is like 3 bows that I made, different sizes. We have the small, the big, bigger, biggest. So you can see how beautiful it looks. So that is the end of our tutorial. I've gone ahead to attach it with my thread and needle off camera, of course, and this is how the gown is looking. You can see how beautiful and how lovely it looks. So I've gone ahead to attach my zipper as well, and you can see the back. Oh my god, if you see the way this young girl was shaking her body, like she loved it. And then for the sleeve, I retained the sleeve. I still made it a puff sleeve. The only difference is that this one was not an off shoulder. Like I said, if you want to make it an off shoulder, you can go ahead and do that. So you can see how beautiful our cute little princess gown looks. It's quite beautiful and very different from the usual style we see. So if you enjoyed watching this tutorial, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and see you all on my next tutorial. Ciao.